And folks, hi there, it is Thursday Night Thunder. So we got currently 5 cars, 6 cars might be in the field today. Could be seeing more. We'll see. However, that being said, we are signing up for qualifying. It's going to be 3-lap qualifying. First one that starts off, Jackson Cook. We're going to have a 3-camera system, watchful lights. The green flag out here on the racetrack. Alright, so the first car out in the number 38 machine. It is your season points leader. Season 2 currently, of course, with the Crake Midgets. Jackson Cook going to make his way around the first corner, down through the backstretch corner, now through the final turn. And he's going to get a little bit loose. Uh-oh, well, that's going to mess up lap 2 a little bit here as well. He's going to have another shot, of course, to make things better. As he makes his way down to the final corner, lean through it into the final lap. Jackson Cook does improve 12.525. We are going to be seeing faster times as the night goes on. He's going to go up high next to the grass, down low, and out of the corner he goes. Checkered flag. Alright. Now, you could do that, but if you guys need like an extra cooldown lap, just make sure not to beat your lap time. It's okay. You don't need to kill yourself. So, up next here we have Dabcat from Oxford, Maine. That was okay. He's going to make his way out of the final corner, start his first lap. Now making his way down the final turn to finish up lap number 1. What's up, Richard? Cool. Lap 1 goes quick time, 12.415. He's looking green on his first sector. Down the front straightaway, the white flag in the air. He's going to go with the 12.580 that time. Still the top time so far. He's going to get it loose! Doesn't get into much trouble, though. I don't know. I don't think it's going to be faster. It's not. So checkers are out. Please make your way off the racetrack. Thank you very much. Next up in the iRacing number 7 machine, it is Referee from Down Under. Green flag is going to go out for you. Referee now out onto the racetrack, down the Mount Lawn Speedway back straightaway final turn, starting his first lap. It's a nice little night out here. It's a pretty warm night. Believe it or not, I believe about 80 degrees. We'll make his way down the front straightaway. 12.678 for lap 1. He's going to have 2 more shots around the racetrack. Making his way through the curved back straight, the final turn for lap 2. He's looking good at both sectors. White flag in the air. 12.480. He's going to tap the outside wall off of the first corner, down the back straightaway. Final time by, the checkered flag going to come out. No improvement there. Currently third on the board with the 12.480. That'll be his final time there. And the green flag out for the red, white, and blue number 27 machine, driven today by Sharks Are Lit for Real. Shark going to make his way out of the final turn to start up lap number 1. As he makes, I believe this is his second race. The first time the Midgets out last time at Berlin 2 weeks ago. That was a fun little venture. Shark's now down the front straightaway. Lap 1, 13.130. He's going to have 2 more shots go around the racetrack. A green sector 1 down the back straightaway. And white flag in the air. 12.779, finally dipping below the 13-second range. He's going to have his last shot here. The checkered flag going to go out. What can he do? A green sector 2 down the front straightaway. He goes second on the board. Solid qualifying there for Shark. He will best out the season points leader. Up next here we have Cole from Camarillo. It's in his name. Green flag out for him in the 45 car. And he's going to take over Best Vibes machine for the night. He's taking a little bit of a hiatus from us. We're going to make his way down the first corner, down the back straight. It gets a little loose. It's going to keep on rolling, though, without issue. Little sap there in the final turn, 12.935. He's going to have 2 more shots here to go quicker. Second time by, down the back straightaway. Into the final turn, the white flag there for Cole. 13.163 for lap number 2. Again, the last lap here. And checkered flag out here for Cole. A green sector 2. 12.594. Not bad. And I believe we have one more car out here on the racetrack. It is going to be Asphalt Racer Braden. Dabcat's been doing very good for himself tonight, but can he be bested by the DGS 26 Bass Pro Shops machine? They make their way down the back straightaway. Asphalt Racer Braden looking to perform potentially pretty strongly here. Making his way down the front straightaway into 1-2. He's up and over, but he's going to keep it going. Luck on him there. This lap, unfortunately, is not going to count for anything. That's going to show you guys how sketchy this racetrack is tonight. Lap 1 at 50.382. He's going to have 2 more shots around the track to be careful here. He's going to go through the tires down the back straight a little bit. Now through 3 and 4. White flag of the air. 12.612. The last shot. It's looking pretty decent this time by. Making his way down the back straightaway into the final corner. Can he get it? Out of the final turn, the checkered flag going to come out. Asphalt Racer Braden, top of the board. 12.362 in hopes for pole tonight for Dab. Taken out of it. However, will be starting in second. I believe that is it for qualifying. As Dabcat is pressing his dang. Cole looks like he's going to be pulling off early, so he'll be taking over the... He'll be taking home a he'll be taking home a DNS point. That's alright. You enjoy dinner. Now, what I want to ask you guys, do you guys want to try double file pacing, or do you guys want to try single file pacing? That's a real question. I think we'll try single file. So, let's get into our positions. Once you are... please turn your engines off. We'll be doing the national anthem as well as, of course, the song very much so associated with Indianans. Just a little bit. Again, we're going to be doing 10 pace laps. Try not to die in that time. Yeah, it's fine, Cole. 15, 17, I believe we've gotten every other car, or every other chance for someone to straggle along. You're fine. And turn his car off. No chance of case. Currently, 5 cars configured for tonight. It'll be a 50 lap race with 10 piece laps. I think that's every engine off. We will be playing the national anthem, of course, through the VC. Of course, first we will be bringing up the Song of Indiana. So that is going to come up first here.
Fans, it's once again time for the traditional singing of Back Home Again in Indiana. And once again, it is my privilege to introduce to you Mr. Jim Neighbors. home again in Indiana, and it seems that I can see the gleaming candlelight still burning bright through the sycamores for me. The newborn hay sends all its fragrance through the fields I used to roam. When I dream about the moonlight on the Wabash, how I long for my Indiana home.
As the traditional balloons ascended, thank you, young neighbors. Race.
Alright, drivers, to your car, start your engines. Oh. My bad. From the back to the front, sitting out, of course, tonight's race. For now, we have Cole Chandler sitting out this race, potentially. We will let their car have till lap 5 to enter. Right behind that, in the number 7, starting us off in 5th place, it is going to be Referee from Australia. 4th place, your points leader, Jackson Cook. 3rd place is going to be Sharks Arlett. Dabcat in the 545, going to be 2nd place, just shy of pole out today by Asphalt Racer Braden. Base speed is going to be 45 miles an hour. Let's get on to it. Alright. So, we do have a bit of a nifty system here. So please pass cars, or maybe we're okay. We'll see. Let's see, as we cross the line. We might be okay. Yeah, we're okay. Alright. This is a good race we're looking forward to here, folks. 5 very competitive cars. All of them very antsy to have a shot at the win. It's going to be one of these survival races of the season. One of those very difficult tracks that several cars are not expected to finish the race. We do have all of them finish, of course. That would be pretty awesome, but you know, it's just this is a very tough track. So we have shortened the race to 50 laps, 10 laps shorter than originally planned out of the 60. However, it still is going to be a very tough race to get figured out tonight. So let's see. Alright. Our 5 cars making their way around the racetrack. Again, just a couple of laps to figure everything out here piecewise. Of course, if we could get Dabcat to move up. Yep. He's just adjusting volume. Just please make your way up. I don't think I can fit laps. Because we do have a bit of a finicky time system here, so... just let Dabcat merge back to second place, please. Alright. Remember, no passing until you cross the start-finish line. Again, the exception to that being if there is a bad start. Jake here going to be our fantastic flagman, so again, our grandest appreciations to you for helping me run this, because this is going to be tricky night. A bit of a tricky night to run, to say the least, I think. Tonight race out here in Indiana. The first one on the schedule. We'll be doing pretty much week by week racing in Indiana all the way up till the Indy 500. That's coming up, of course, the virtual Indy 500 coming up in June. Next weekend, of course, the real one gonna go happening. We'll be racing Plymouth, but also a couple of Indy road course races potentially that weekend as well, most likely on Saturday. We'll see. 3 laps to go until we go green. Things are gonna cook up to something interesting potentially here today. Could this be full of action or could this be full of drama? We'll have to see here. Let's focus on pacing there. Got a little bit clustered up. It's okay. 2 to go. Your leader is having a little bit of lag, so 1 lap to go. The lights will be going out. Alright, lights are out. Focus on the GUI lights, not the track lights. Remember, no crossing until you cross start finish line unless I call it here. Jackson, back it off. Okay. Green flag. Jackson, that's a jump. That's okay. You're good. Alright. Early off here, Asphalt Racer, Braden Dabcat right behind second place. Third place tonight is Jackson Cook. Currently made up a couple spots out there the final corner. And it looks like we actually managed to get a lap in cleanly. We'll be watching the front of the field. If there is any cost in the back, we'll have it figured out in a little bit. Dabcat currently getting close in on by the number 38 of Jackson Cook. Meanwhile, Asphalt Racer Braden's trying.
Got one over.
Alright, yellow flag, then to the red. So keep on going. And that up and over is going to be Repri here. Yellow flag out. Race back is Asphalt Racer Braden stopping the back straight. Jackson Cook second place, Dabcat third. Fourth place is going to be Shark. So we are now down to 4 tonight. Just to get everything up and cleared. I think we are good. So yellow is going to go out again. Thank you, Jake, for clearing that up quickly. Just want to make sure there's as many green flag laps as possible. We'll be going green the next lap. So lights are going black. 1 more to go. So 5 laps in, 10% of the race done, and we've already got a car out of the race. Down to 4. 3 of you guys are bound to finish on the podium. If you can finish it, the green flag comes out. Was going to be a good start for Braden, however, he messes up, goes a little bit wide. Here's Jackson Cook on the attack as well. Dabcat, Jackson Cook side by side with Asphalt Racer Braden down the back straight into the final turn. Braden going to hit it again. Here is Dabcat making a good push for the lead. 3 wide through turn 1. Asphalt Racer Braden going to get to the lead once again, but here's Dabcat and Jackson Cook all on the attack. Right behind them on the rear nerf bar. Asphalt Racer Braden going to lead us off into turn 1, but there's 2 very aggressive cars right behind him. Here's Dabcat with a run down the inside. A crossover move on the final turn. Jackson Cook with a good run here, now looking to the inside. Asphalt Racer Braden, Dabcat going to merge back to the 3rd place. But here's Dabcat with a run on Jackson Cook. Into the final quarter we go. Asphalt Racer Braden going to get a little bit ahead here, but only by about a car length. Not a lot of breathing room. Here's Jackson Cook down the inside lane. Jackson Cook nearly looking at his inside. Jackson Cook on the inside of the final turn. He gets a wheelie. We stay green. What a save by Jackson Cook, but what a holy gnarly moment there by the number 38 machine. Those infill tires are very sketchy at this racetrack. Dabcat gets a little bit of a loosey-goosey moment there off the final turn. Here's Jackson Cook on the attack. Jackson Cook closing into the 5-4-5 out of the final turn. He's got about a car length of leeway to work with here. Regardless of where any of the cars finish tonight, of course, it's going to be a fantastic points day. Jackson Cook looking at the inside of the 5-4-5. Dabcat going to get them back, though, on the exit. 38 looking again to make a move down the inside. Still, the battle continue on. Jackson Cook getting a little bit ahead of the 5-4-5, but Dabcat with a good-looking run on the inside. Jackson to the wall for a moment. Again, yet another crossover. Dabcat goes wide, gets loose, hits the wall, but he's still going to keep it rolling. Had, however, cost him that second place spot. Still is bound to finish solidly on the podium here as Asphalt Racer Brandon taking down those laps. We are currently 17 out of the 50 laps today. Down the back straightaway into the final turn. Again, another lap to tick down by Asphalt Racer Braden. Jackson Cook had made a couple mistakes early on this restart. They're running down there all the way to the tires. A bold strategy. We did notice that it can work, but I think Asphalt Racer Braden had a horrible looking exit off the final turn. Still is going to maintain his lead by nearly a second. However, you can tell that 38 car with a strong desire to finish up in the front. They've been doing it all season long virtually, leaving it for the first race. I believe that also is Asphalt Racer Braden's last win that he got here in this class, so... Oh yeah, that 38 machine is closing in. Now, here's something to note. Severe weather warning, of course, for Jackson Cook before the race started. Not right now, you're good. So, there's a lot of things probably going on in his mind. A lot of things are Braden's mind. We got one having issues. We're good, though. Dabcat had a big moment there off the final turn, got into the tires and messed up their pace. They're still in the podium, but Jackson's going to hit the wall off the final turn. He had a shot there at the lead. We'll be looking at Braden as he might be closing in here on Shark, potentially will put them a lap down. I want to mention, meanwhile, we are closing in here on the halfway point of today's race. This time by the popsicle sticks up here, halfway done. As we go halfway home, Asphalt Racer Brady, your pole sitter, is gonna take it from here. Track crew Jackson Cook just gonna try to run what he can, hoping to see that guy in the front in the number 26 potentially make mistakes. However, he's been driving a hell of a good race tonight for the 26 Bass Pro Shops machine. A little bit sketchy there at the initial restart. However, he has been putting up a clinic tonight. As there is Shark in the number 27, about to get put a lap down here. Little lag here off the 26 machine, and that might have cost him a little bit of time. Here's Jackson Cook looking at the we got a yellow. Shark goes around, the race back happening as we speak. And Braden is going to get it. I know the time system said otherwise, but there's a lag spike, and he had it before the lag spike and then after the lag spike by about a car length, so that will go to Braden. So it is Braden, Jackson Cook, Dabcat. Lap car, get your lap back. You are going to be on your first strike tonight. 20 laps to go currently, of course, not counting any potential overtime period. But that is poor Shark that did get loose in front of the leaders. Maybe had a little bit of pressure. But that could be some much needed breathing time, so. Bit of a relief to the drivers, most likely. You know, get recuperated, calm down. So yeah. Gonna make his way up here, so. Those three really antsy for it. All of them have the pace. However, the one that's been the cleanest at night by far has been Asphalt Racer Braden. So next time by, we will be going green. So we will turn those lights black. Gonna make our way up to the final turn. Green flag. Good start by Braden. Jab's going to get a little bit loose on the tire. We'll let that slide. That was a lag spike by your leader. He jumps back to his lead, so it's okay. Asphalt Racer Braden going to lead us off. Another one here. Shark's going to have some issues. But again, here's the action. Jackson looking at the outside. Going into the final turn. Goes in there little by little on the 26, but he's still going to lead us off here with 15 laps to go. Jackson gets a little bit slidey off of the first corner. Now through the final turn. Not going to depend on the exits. It looks like Braden gets the better of them. Dabcat looking right behind the number 38. Same could be said for Jackson Cook and your leader here in the 26. He's looking at that rear Nerf bar. Braden makes a small correction. Here's Jackson looking to make it side by side. He's going to lose a little bit here going wide. But he's still right there on the attack. Jackson Cook and Braden down the back straight away. Braden still at the helm of the field. The pack lead, we like to say. Number Jackson Cook very much so looking to make it side by side. Here he goes now down the inside. Braden gonna take a different line than Jackson. However, Jackson carries speed for the lead. Side by side through 1 and 2. Now through the back straightaway. Jackson down low. Braden up high, trying to carry speed off into the final turn. And it does manage to work a little bit for Braden. Braden now back to the lead. However, Jackson Cook right now down the inside, side by side. Making our way now to the final turn with 9 laps to go. Oh, and Braden's going to Braden's going to get a little loose. He does manage to keep it going. He will, however, merge back to second place. Jackson Cook, your new race leader. He's got about 4 car lengths currently over Braden. I think if there is any caution this point of the race, it could almost drive us into overtime. But we'll see. Jackson Cook is going to make his way through 1 and 2. He cuts a little bit here. That's the... I know he got loose, so... Did not gain any time out of that. Does look like Braden's actually a little bit physically closer out of that, so no penalty. 5 now, 4 to go, and it almost looks like Braden's closing. Oh, actually, I think Jackson could be walking them. It does seem like 1 and 2 is definitely in favor of Braden, but the final turn, I don't know what Jackson's doing. He just really managed to lock it in. But we have 3 laps to go. Time is running out. It's running out fast. Oh, and Braden's going to get loose. Yellow flag. So does Shark. Jackson Cook going to get first. Dabcat the second. Maybe, Jake, who do you think we should call responsibility on that caution? They kind of both almost went at the same time. Braden spun first. Alright, so Braden was he a lap down? Alright, it's gonna be Jackson, Dabcat, Shark, and Braden. Alright. We're gonna need you guys to fit yourselves, so we're gonna need you guys to kind of like pass each other here. Just pass Jackson for a second, everyone. That should fit it actually. Not like crazy. Just like everyone pass Jackson, please. Pass the leader for a second. Fits the pacing. All right, get back to your positions. All right, just kind of need to do that. Alright, so we will be going green on lap 53. So next time by. Lights are black. It's going to be a 2-lap shootout here for the lead. Things could get a little bit hectic here. Watch the lights. Shark, move up. Alright, green flag. Braden clean. Green is out here. Jackson Cook cleaning us off. Here's Dabcat. right behind your race leader, the number 38. We make our way to the final lap. One more lap to go. Jabcat and Jackson Cook racing hard for the lead. Jackson gonna get attacked here little by little. Now making our way to the final turn. All gonna depend on exit speed. And your race winner is gonna be Jackson Cook. Second place is going to go to Dabcat. Third place is going to be Asphalt Racer Braden. Sharks will come across the line fourth. Awesome job there by Jackson Cook. What a crazy little finish we had there. A little excitement at the end. Jax is going to do a little victory lap. Saying GG to the chat. That's a little bit of a donut there. Good. Now turn his car around for a Polish victory lap in Jackson Cook fashion. Great battle there for the lead at the end of the race. That's the type of stuff we'd like to see here. So, awesome job, guys. Jackson Cook is going to stop by the line, takes the flag. So let's get your trophy out. Remember, if you guys want to be interviewed, stick around. We are going to be interviewing everyone, even those that didn't start. Cole, if you want to interview, we can still do it. It's fine. Let me get the little plaque here and then the trophy, which, by the way, the trophy we're doing here is baseball themed. Of course, the history of Mount Lawn, before it was a racetrack, about 95 years ago, was a baseball field. So let's get this up here. And alright. Stay safe, Jackson. I'll take the photo right now. Then we'll start the interview. Good luck. Also, by the way. Alright, that's that. Now let's get our interview again. Stay safe, Jackson Cook. Congratulations on your race win here. No time for interview? Okay. Stay safe. I did. So. Alright. We'll talk about this tomorrow then. But however, give it out to Jackson Cook. Had a crazy finish, and now he's going to have, hopefully, some crazy drama coming up here. Best of luck to Jackson. Stay safe. Same with everyone up here in the current Midwest situation going on. Let's get a word out from second place then. That's down the line in order. It is Dabcat 145. And that was probably your closest you've gone yet to a race win. So, I want to say how the race go for you today. How's today's track, by the way? And how are you doing?
Man. So, doing good. Had a little unfortunate bummer. Today was supposed to be trail opening day for IRL stuff. Wasn't full open like I thought it was, so I'll have to probably talk with the trail owners and stuff like that to see if trails are open. When it comes to the track, the track's super fun. I really love the track. It makes you, drive precise and consistent. About my only gripe that I had with the car at the time was that when you entered turn one, it was an inconsistent push. But after having the 50 lap race, I think I started to get it down a little bit. I adapted just a little bit of brake, losing a little bit of speed, but enough to apex that first little bit and go just wide enough for the outer wall, which gave me a good lap time. And the race, I'm very excited about a P2. It's the first P2, so this is great. I love this, and this race was really fun. What did me in might have gotten me a lot closer to P1 was final lap. I over-rotated just a hair out of the corner, and I lost just enough speed where Jackson got me. So, really good race overall. I was a little worried that I was going to fall back pretty bad, but the caution happened and I caught back up, so I kind of just locked in and really tagged behind on Jack, and it was a really good tow behind. So I'm really, really, really happy with the race results, and as I see a horse carriage go by, classical things. But I'm very excited to finally have a P2 under my midget belt. This livery so far has been a little bit of good luck, knock on wood.
It's been a pretty cool livery you got here. I hope you put like a little bit of a light blue potentially under that flame maybe someday. I can kind of see that working almost,
I
but
will, I will be expanding on this like kind of tribal, just the way the livery looks. The V1 it looks pretty good, but I want to really put a professional, clean look to it at some point. Really think out all the logo placements and everything like that. So, I'm very excited for P2. Well, I say P2, but version 2.0 of this livery. Um, if I can get some insights from some really good livery designers, hopefully I can get it to be to what I want it to be. But yeah, no, this race was great. It was a real heartbeater, especially that last lap, those last 2 laps. I really felt my chest thumping as all the all the blood and all that was doing its job and keeping me in control of the car. So yeah, that was fun.
all right. Well, I love to hear that, Dab. Yeah, this is an awesome ride you put up here. A really good show this week. So, best of luck wherever you go. Of course, if you do another midget race this weekend or whatever else you really feel like doing. Uh, just honestly, you seem to really be building up a lot of skill really fast. So, I really got to give it to you, Dab. All right. So let's get a word potentially out of Braden. So, by far the most dominant driver today, just unfortunately got to a little bit of a mix-up late in the race. However, still a very strong points finish. So, very curious about how the race went for you today.
Uh, I don't know. I'm just in heartbreak. Didn't feel all that confident in practice. Um, Qualifying first 2 laps kind of sucked, and then the last lap I somehow managed to pull a 12.3, and then move on to the race. um, it was all right. I mean, driver made mistakes because this is a track I've never raced on Roblox, or I've never been to an IRL, so I don't know how it races in person. But I mean, it was very fun to like pull away before I ended up first giving up the lead to Jackson because I made a couple mistakes in turn one. But I mean, I won't be able to run the next 2 shows because I got to work IRL. But hopefully Sunday I can come back with some redemption and then try to do the same in Plymouth, but see if I can try to get lucky and get a Rocks mod race that's at a short track.
All right, sure thing, man. But I guess 2 weekends from now we will be. Well, next week we'll be at Plymouth, and the weekend after that we'll be at Owasso. So some fun races going up there. So, still a good points race. Again, 18 points to bring home with you this weekend. That's basically second place. So, an overall great save, I guess. With a field this small, just finishing is a pretty good job. Pretty good on the team. Also get a solid podium. So, honestly, good job. That's all I really have
Thank
to
you.
say. Yeah, thank you, Braden. Uh, so Shark did lead too. So let's get a word out of our DNF and potentially also out of our GNS driver. We'll start off with the driver that unfortunately had the only flip so far. The first flip on this track in SLCRA history. We have seen some unfortunate incidences during Jackson's hosting of the Outlaw Late Models last year. So I'm going to mute both of your accounts. I don't know which one speaks, so I'll do both of them. Alright, so I didn't really get a good angle of what happened there, but you feeling alright?
Well, right now I don't care if I didn't finish. I just had fun from practice either way.
Alright.
I'll show you how I sort of flipped. If I can get this car to stop doing some donuts.
Yeah, sure thing. Very curious actually about what did happen there. Kind
So
of
I was
have an
coming
idea.
out from this corner here, and I went full on, and then my steer went right there, and then it kind of flipped over onto its side.
Oh, that's not what I was expecting. I thought you went. Unfortunately, I thought you got like loose there and went to the tires on the outside, but that does seem like that would do the thing too.
My steer got locked for some reason. I don't know why, but it locked. I tried to pull out, but I hit the tire and kind of went up and flipped onto my side. It was a pretty big flip, to be honest.
I wish I. Let me check. Actually, there could be a chance I could have gotten an angle of that.
Okay.
So let me look on the stream real quickly. I know that was a pretty wild ride by you. Hopefully, hopefully you'll be good by next weekend, or whenever you feel like coming out again. So.
Yeah. I mainly just come out when I feel like it or when I'm free.
Oh, I got like the butt end of that flip. That was a pretty good ride you got there.
Mm.
Took over at about lap 2-3. That's about when it happened. So, yeah.
It was on lap 2.
Alright.
Yeah, it was on lap 2. It wasn't the best start for like my race here, like my first race here. It was not the best start.
Well, I gotta ask, did you still have fun despite that fact?
Yes, I still had fun.
Okay. Alright. Was there anything particular about this track that you were thinking of that could have also that might be a factor this weekend, for danger? It's in the back of your mind now.
Right now,
Mhm.
if this track was to actually have some modern outputs to it, like made more modern, I'd probably add like a cushion on the bottom, like a small slight cushion.
Cushion on the bottom. I gotta wrap my head around that, if I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah.
But alright. Uh, unfortunate finish, but still, good show. Hopefully, we'll see you coming around next time by, but whenever you really feel like it. Is there anything else you want to say?
Don't eat tires or else you will die, like what just happened to me.
For that, folks, don't eat tires. They're not, the rubber is not very good for you. It's a broken rubber that made you come to life, and it'll be a broken piece of rubber that will take your life. It seems to be the type of deal here at Mount Lawn. So, uh, that being said, thank you there. Let's get a word out from Cole Chandler. By the way, I will most likely be at Santa Maria this weekend. So, how are you doing?
I feel great.
How's
I
the
love this
ribs?
place.
How are the ribs?
Oh, yeah. Let's just get the race on that. Felt really good here. I definitely feel like there is a little bit more I could have done, but unfortunately, I got my spotter told me that we had ribs in the trailer, and no offense, but I would take ribs over any road race because they are delicious. And but yeah, I mean, everybody, I really like this track. I love Mount Lawn. I love being able to compete here. It's one of the old tracks that we still go to and leave the tires there, which bring in a little bit of a technical aspect, which I think a lot of drivers need instead of just this inside wall crap. Because I mean, this track really shows who has talent and maybe who shouldn't have gotten the license and just took the stuck guy for us. So I mean, I just really love this track. Really think it's a good facility. I'm grateful that we still continue to go here and not make adjustments to it, except for minor ones, and still keep the old look of it and keep the old kind of well-established idea of the track. Because I mean, it's one of the last SLC tracks that we can still say, hey, it's old, but we're not going to change it. And so, like I said, just really grateful to even have the opportunity. really hoping that we can maybe get our Coyote motor out for the modified, because I definitely feel like I love the purr here out at Mount Lawn. But we'll have to see what to talk to our
I
engine
could
dealers.
arrange that. I could arrange that.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah,
We'll
this is one of my
just
tracks.
have to see if we can get that motor in there, because I really miss miss running the Coyotes. I think it's really good. But I mean, just in general, thank you to everybody who's helped get us out here. Definitely going to be a nice few days here, and I'm very lucky enough to have great connections.
Uh-oh.
Definitely really wish I would have been. I definitely do wish I would have been able to actually run the race for Meme Racing. Me and Agony made a deal to maybe run here, maybe begin a future thing here in the midgets. But I'm just grateful. We've had 2 great tracks we've been able to run at or had the ability to compete at, like here at Mount Lawn and Berlin. I think that was the last track we ran here, or right? That was Berlin.
Mhm.
And so just the fact that we keep going to these OG tracks that really test the driver's ability and really gives the driver actual difficulty to run. I'm really enjoying it. Really, just even grateful I'm even here. So we'll enjoy We'll enjoy tomorrow. We'll try to maybe see if we can take a crack at it in the Rocks mod. We'll have to see how the schedule prevails, and then we'll fly back out to Cali and get ready for Santa Maria on Saturday. So just thank you to everybody who looks at me out here. SLC, SLCRA, Rebel Mesa, aka Joshua Gibbs, and his DGS team for helping me get it into here. Meme Racing, Accelerate Racing, Premier Premier Setup Shop, Who's Your GoPro, Smith, and everybody. Just grateful to be in the position, and hopefully we can do it again next week.
All right, well, thank you there. Of course, next week we'll be going to Plymouth, but I do greatly appreciate that. Yep.
Really? Yeah. Oh,
Mhm.
we're going to Plymouth. Oh, yeah. Also, can we I just want to say thank you to Joshua Gibbs for giving us 3 great circle tracks that are
Then we
really
go to
difficult and not the
Owasso,
same.
and then we go to Indy.
Oh, well, again, thank you to Robo Mesa and Joshua Gibbs for giving us 5 great tracks coming up. Anybody who says this track sucks just needs to learn how to drive, and maybe should just stick to stock I4. So,
not feeding your photos again.
love this track and love everything about it, and really glad that
You
we're
have
actually having challenge
Harrison,
tracks.
soon, so if you can wrap that up.
Thank you there, Cole.
Also, Rib's
Knowing
great.
you'll have to go and take a shit
Maria,
before
baby.
you go
Woo!
anywhere.
Yeah.
Oh, my bad.
Hat loser.
Right, 1 second. Thank you there to Cole. We are going to wrap up this stream in just a moment. Again, this is the only feature on Thursday Night Thunder. Had some pretty cool midget racing going on. A great action-packed finish. Didn't have a lot of cars, however, we have a great saying about it. You don't need a big field to make a big race. And we certainly did have a pretty big race here today. We got a flip. We had about 3 different people battling out for the lead. And a surprise finish in a way. So that's about everything I wanted really out of this anyway. So I'm pretty happy with that result. On to the schedule this weekend. We go to 7 p.m. on tomorrow night. 7 p.m. U.S. Pacific Standard Time. 10 p.m. local time. Or EST. We'll be doing the ROTS mods for 100 laps here. That's going to be a hell of a survival race if you ask me. But I think we could probably get it done. At 10 a.m. on Saturday morning, U.S. Pacific Standard Time, we're going to be out for a 40-lap All-American Stock Car Championship feature. If I could count correctly, let me... Yes, 40 laps. Again, those are the Fox bodies. And then Sunday, the fastest cars on the short tracks, the Formula Micros, baby Indy cars. They'll be doing a 60-lap race here. Again, at 12 p.m. U.S. Pacific Standard Time. Next weekend, we are going to go out to Plymouth Motor Speedway. That is up north a little bit in Plymouth, Indiana. Should be a fairly eventful weekend as well. And then the weekend after that, we're going to go up to Wisconsin. Go to Michigan. Go to Owasso. And then we go back down to Indy. However, I believe there will also be some races next weekend on the Indy Road Course. So, have fun with that. However, that being said, that is going to wrap it up for tonight. I'd like to thank everyone that did turn out today, as well as T7 Jake that managed to help us with flagging it. So I greatly appreciate him and everyone else that made this race happen. So let's see how things go out tomorrow and next week. So, alright. Gonna wrap this one up. Again, see you guys tomorrow at 7 p.m. US Pacific Standard Time, 10 p.m. EST, the same exact time as tonight. I was gonna wrap it up. So I'd like to mention, actually, we do have some footage of the incident, so we're going to put that one up real quickly. So the flip this weekend from Referee. This one up. Was the onboard from Sharks Are Lit, so again, a big thank you. Greatly appreciate it, and there you go. We'll put that one up again, and as we try to wrap this up. Sorry?